So the Wyfold, first race of this regatta in the Wyfold. London Rowing Club against the New Zealanders. And away they go. On the boat in the Buck Station. Much higher tempo, isn't it, from London Rowing Club? Different approach to the start of this race.
Yeah, London was always kind of known when I was kind of committed as like the lightweight club, so you expect that to be a bit more, you know, lively off the blocks. You know, the way that small athletes tend to move more gracefully than bigger athletes.
I'm wondering where Wairau were going for a moment. I think they've corrected themselves. Yeah, that's what you think, you lightweight.
There's another example of, you know, having to steer the boat yourself. You know, the athletes will be steering with their foot. It could be any position in the boat. They'll be steering with their foot, and you know, once you're inside the booms, you can, as we kind of mentioned in the other race, you can relax, get your composure, and you know, there is a lot of class in this New Zealand crew. You know, they've mentioned that there's nothing like this event in New Zealand, which we know, but for them to want to come over and experience it, and it'd be interesting as they kind of go down the track, you know, how they cope with the extra distance, which, you know, they don't have any races that are over 2,000 metres normally when you're racing side by side.
And the fact they're a river-based rowing club might make a difference for Wairau, mightn't it? Whereas if you're a lake-based rowing club and you're on still water, largely still water, that must help when you come to Henley. I know the conditions will be unique on the Thames, but you'll be used to the river.
Having the kind of bank come towards you, move away from you, river traffic, all those sort of things, being able to deal with that.
So they've established a good lead here, the New Zealanders. They'll have designs of being involved in the competition a lot beyond the opening day. And they look like they've got complete control over this. Have to go a long way back to find their competitors, the London Rowing Club. And they really have reduced the rate there, and they're just cruising towards the finish line.
They're getting to enjoy the experience. You know, they're going to be able to look around and take in the kind of scenes of racing down the track, which, you know, you don't normally get to do. And you know, it's a tough one. London's been going for a lot of changes. That one Henley since 2011, and hopefully we'll see that club kind of rejuvenate and come back up to being competitive once again, and you know, winning trophies at the regatta.
Well, an experienced boat, experienced athletes in that boat, and the New Zealanders have licence to just ease off and head for the finish line, very composed.
That's always a really nerve-wracking thing as a British crew. You know, as a club crew, you race domestically against other British crews, and then you have crews coming over from the other side of the world that you never come up against. And to go out and race in one-on-one is quite more nerve-wracking, because you've got no idea what to expect, and you know what their kind of moves are, you know where their strong parts are, the weak parts are. So it's kind of going into the unknown, and you know the other crews that be racing, potentially this crew later on the week, you know they'll be trying to absorb as much information as they can from the early races to see, you know, how they go out to start, how they move in the middle, and obviously, you know, we're not going to see how they kind of push onto the end today, but just to try to get a idea of their kind of race plan.
An unknown commodity coming into the regatta. We'll know a little bit more about them now, but as you say, they haven't been pushed. Wairau have got a lot in reserve here. And I think anybody who comes up against them in future days will know they've got their work cut out.
Yeah, the stroke and bow athletes of the New Zealand crew have both been to Henley numerous times, so you know they've had that experience before, and I'm sure they've kind of brought their other two crewmates up to speed with that kind of experience and what it's like to compete.
Over the line come Wairau now. Johnny Trafford in the stroke seat. I might just mention Troy O'Reilly in the bow seat. Joshua Earl and Tufi Sell bring the Wairau boat home safely. And London Rowing Club A, well, they were up against some seriously classy opposition there.
Yeah, that was a tough opening round, but you know, it's finding out where they are and what they need to do if, you know, they want to kind of progress in this event next year.